name is Sister Ngozi Ignatius, and I live at Bonekam, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Thank you, Lord.
I'm here to testify to the goodness of God on how the God brought me out from grave. And I'm also thanking him for how he saved me from a deadly disease called cancer. It all started 2016 when we came back from the village, June. Then September, I was bathing one day and I noticed something on my breast. So I went to the hospital. After the examination, doctor referred me to Creek, MHL, Ikoyi. So when I went there, the doctor there, I said before they would do anything or give me any treatment, that I have to undergo some tests for them to be sure of what is wrong with me. So I was sent on tests in so many places, including Ikeja at Afri Global. So when I came back with the test, I was booked on operation. That was 2017. No, 2016, March. So I was booked on operation, and the operation was successful. When I was discharged, after 2 weeks, in my dream, a man sucked my breast. So after that, after like a month after the dream, I noticed another lump on my breast. I was surprised. Then I went to the hospital. I told the doctor, look at what I'm seeing. He said it's not possible, that I've just been operated and everything was removed and handed over to me. It's okay that I cannot do anything, that I should take those specimens, those things that were brought out of me, back to test at Mikio, Lekki. So I took the specimen back to Mikio. So after 2 weeks, the result was out. I took the result to hospital. So when I handed the result over to the doctor, after going through the test, he said, Madam, this result is not a good one. The test shows that you have a cancer of the breast. And that day was on Wednesday. He said, the only option now is for the breast to be cut off. I said, God forbid. He said, I should go home and think over it. If I'm convinced that I should come back on Friday for the breast to be cut off. I said, God will not allow it. I will not be alive and my breast will be buried. I said, I reject it. So, since they said the cutting of the breast is the only option, there is no medicine, nothing will be given to me, I decided to stay put. By then, I was attending one church at Lekki. So I complained to my pastor. He said I should not go for the cutting of the breast, that everything will be all right. He continued praying for me, but to no avail. So, April last year, because already before the cancer, I was having asthma. So April last year, I noticed that I cannot breathe, unlike before. When I'm having difficulty in breathing, when I take inhaler, it will calm down, I will be able to breathe well. That April, I will take inhaler, no way. Take the other drugs, no way. To an extent that I couldn't get off from bed. If I want to get off from bed, I'll be very slow so that my body will not shake. I can't go to toilet or wee. If I want to come outside, I will be crawling. I will crawl outside and check. If people is not outside, I will crawl to the bathroom to wee. So, one day the thing was so serious that my breathing ceased. My children called my neighbor rushed me to hospital. I was given a nebulizer and oxygen. But still, no way. I was dying. I pulled off the nebulizer and the oxygen. And I wee all over me. I didn't know where I was. I was biting the nurses around me. So when the doctor, he said, what? The director, he said it can be. With the nebulizer and the oxygen, that at least I'm supposed to breathe well. But instead, I'm dying. So he called one doctor there, he should come and check my chest. So when the doctor checked my chest, he said, Madam, what is wrong with your breast? I said I'm having a cancer. He said, why didn't you say it first? since. So they now call an ambulance and refer me to Lutz. We got there around after 11 in the night. So when we got there, because it was a terrible situation, I was admitted in an emergency ward. So when the doctor came there, he looked at me. He asked me, who is this woman beside you? I said, it's my senior sister. He told my sister that I want to see her. So they went to a corner. I was looking at them. He told my sister, he said, when you are sick, you not come to the hospital. You'll be going from church to church. Now that the case is out of hand, that is when you are bringing her to the hospital. In fact, let me tell you, at this point in time, at this stage of this cancer, we can do little or nothing. I said, God, I reject it. So they were giving me treatment there. And I was booked on chemotherapy. I had the first chemo that November. And I was discharged to go home. So when we go home, the chemo was not working anything. Instead, I was dying. I was going down. I couldn't eat. I'll be vomiting and stooling. I don't eat anything. I was just like a dead body. So around September, my husband's junior brother called him, because that one is a choosing member. He called my brother and said, I called his brother and said that he should bring me to the crusade that was held that last year, September. By then, that September, I went another admission. By then, my 2 legs was dead. I couldn't walk. I was complaining to my daughter and to my sister. I said, I can't walk. What is happening to me? My leg was paralyzed. They said I should not worry. I called the doctor. I said, doctor, I can't walk. He said you should not worry. I don't know that he has told my daughter and my sister that the stage where the cancer is now, that this is paralysis, that I can no longer walk again. He asked my daughter, if I do recognize her. My daughter said yes, but the only problem is that I don't walk. The man said yes, that they should bear it, that this is the stage where the cancer is now. And they didn't tell me. So when I was discharged at home, that was when my brother-in-law called and told my husband to bring me here at that crusade. So on that first 2 days in the crusade, when that UO said that those that cannot walk should rise up and walk, I felt a strength in me and I got up. Power. And I started walking.
Sign approvals. Power. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Jesus. So the second day, because by then I was having sore on my breast, even my back, even my face, you will see some rashes. As if they pour me water on my body. And the sore was very it was smelling. So after the crusade, we went home. In fact, I didn't know when the wound got healed.
Hey!
Yes.
Hey!
And the breast before, because the cancer was in this right one, it was very big. I don't even know the color. I don't know what to use to qualify the color. But after the crusade, the color became normal. And the wound all vanished.
Hey! Hey!
And today, before I came to the crusade, I was not eating. But after the crusade, even here, when that first day, the first day of the crusade, after the last prayer, I was feeling hungry. I asked my husband, I said, I want to. He said, I want to eat. He rushed out and got. I finished the 2 fufu for the first time since May. So since that time up till now, I eat more than 5 times a day. Yeah. Before I was sick, I used to weigh 105. But when I got to hospital because of the sickness, that time, September, I was weighing 50. But now, I'm weighing 70 something by the grace of God.
Power.
And I tell God, I made a promise here the day we came here for the crusade. I tell God, if He should heal me, that I'm going to give a token of 50,000 to show my appreciation. And I'm here today to fulfill that vow which I made.
Thank you, Father. Clap unto God of the chosen. Thank you, Father. Thank you, God of chosen. the iron breaker. Thank you, Lord.
I thank this God of choosing who has done this for me. Because if not God, no one else can do it for me. He brought hope when all hope has lost. So I thank him. I give him all the glory. I give him all the praise. And I pray for my daddy G.O. and his family. Heaven at last. I pray choosing worldwide. Heaven at last. I pray for my branch pastor and his family. Heaven at last. And I pray for myself and my family. Heaven at last in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I cover my testimony with the blood of
Blood
Jesus.
of Jesus Christ.
In Jesus' name I pray.
My sister, this is a great testimony. It's unbelievable, it's incredible. But only in choosing do we hear this kind of testimonies. I can now understand why you said at the beginning